Hey guys, I'm going to quickly show you what I'm expecting from today's close read. We're going to be reading Brown versus Board of Education, and these are some clips from the actual court case that was recorded that made segregated schools illegal. So we're going to break it down in the way that we do a close read. We've done this with songs, but we haven't done it with actual nonfiction text in a while. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read it once to get the flow. So I'm going to go ahead and read the first part of this first paragraph to just guide you through that. It says, in the first cases in this court construing the 14th Amendment decided shortly after its adoption, the court interpreted it as prescribing all state-imposed discriminations against the Negro race. The doctrine of separate but equal did not make its appearance in this court until 1896 in the case of Plessy versus Ferguson. Supra, involving not education but transportation. American courts have since labored with the doctrine for over half a century. In this court, there have been 6 cases involving the separate but equal doctrine in the field of public education. I'm going to stop there because that would be my first section that I would have read. I'm going to go ahead and make that a second paragraph. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to read it a little bit closer. I really want to get those unfamiliar words or important sentences. And when I get them, I'm going to actually highlight them. I'm going to show you how to do that. So, in the first cases of this court construing the 14th Amendment, decided shortly after its adoption, the court interpreted it as prescribing all state-imposed discriminations against the Negro race. The doctrine of separate but equal did not make its appearance in court until 1896 in the case of Plessy versus Ferguson. I'm going to highlight that because that's reminding me when we talked about Plessy versus Ferguson. It's been a while. And the way you highlight is you go text color, click on highlight, and you can use whatever color you want, but something that stands out. I'm going to use yellow. And then I'm going to keep reading. Supra, involving not education but transportation. Remember, that was the one about train cars. American courts have since labored with the doctrine over half a century. In this court, there have been 6 cases involving the separate but equal doctrine in the field of public education. So I'm just going to quickly highlight half a century with yellow, and then I would continue. The next step would be to come over here and write the gist. So for me, the gist was the court has not dealt with separate but equal since the court case of Plessy versus Ferguson. All right. Then I would continue. So the close read, the strategy is just to help you really understand some challenging nonfiction text. You got to take your time. You got to do it a couple times. Good luck. Get to work on the rest of it.